socials. So first of all, Sam, your folder for online content, brilliant. I love it. And I would start doing it, but the problem is I do most of my stuff online, and that way I save paper. And usually I'm all about writing stuff down, and I do use my lovely little notebook whenever I need to write stuff down, but I try and do most of it online. Not online, on my computer, so I don't really think I need a folder for that, but I did love the sight of it. Also, you mentioned that you write it down on empty pieces of paper, like just sheets of paper. I can't do that. I much prefer notebooks. To the point where in my final few years of school, I would have a folder, like a binder, but then I would also have a notebook, and I would write in the notebook, tear out the page, and then put it in the folder. Just because I don't know, I prefer writing in notebooks. Also, the fact that it was your first Mother's Day, that is so crazy to me. I don't know, I just don't think about it. The fact that some people, I mean, everyone has a first Mother's Day. It's just such a weird thought to me. I can't believe it. That's amazing though. And then the main point of your video was about your love language. Now, I took the love language test, I can't remember when, because one of my friends told me theirs and I wanted to tell them mine. And I've just spent the last maybe 10-20 minutes looking for either a photo or a note that I wrote down somewhere about what my love language was or what order it was in, and I couldn't find anything anywhere. I genuinely haven't a clue. I don't even know what the 5 love languages are. I think there's acts of service, words, touching, something or other as well. Let me have a look. Okay, so I have to say I'm a bit disappointed with the actual website because you can't see the 5 love languages without taking the test, so I didn't. I just googled it. And you've got words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Now, I honestly cannot remember what I was, and I don't really want to retake the test at the moment. It doesn't really matter to me. But I imagine, and again, I could be mistaken, that the 2 most important ones to me are words of affirmation and quality time. And I think receiving gifts is probably my least one, because I mean, I like receiving gifts, obviously, but I very often don't know what to do with gifts. But that's obviously a hard thing to say, because if the gift was like to go see a musical or to go skydiving, I would love that. But I don't think it would be my number one. In fact, I think it's my least love language-y love language. But I do think it's an interesting concept, and I definitely think it's good if you discuss it with your partner, obviously. So it is good to know what your love language is, and I think it's good to talk about it as well. Katie-Rebekah, you said you're still furloughed. Me too. I actually recently received an email from where I worked to say we're thinking of maybe opening in the next few weeks, but it's all a bit vague. And also they've said, obviously, if you can't come back, because I can't leave Australia at the moment, they'll make it work. So hopefully I'll continue being furloughed until I can come back, but I don't know how it all works, so we'll find out. You also said that you haven't yet been going to people's homes. I'm the same. As I think I mentioned last week, the laws have definitely relaxed quite a bit here. You can now have up to 5 guests in your house or 10 outside, but I'm not very comfortable with any of that. I still think it's too early, and I would prefer to... Obviously, I want to see my friends. I haven't seen some of them in over a year, but of course, I'd still rather be safe than sorry. So I did meet up with a friend the other day, and we went for a walk at 1.5 meters distance, so I felt a little bit comfortable with that. It still wasn't great, but we were outdoors, we were apart, so I think it was okay. But I do prefer, just for now, still staying indoors and not having guests or anything, just to be safe. And finally, you mentioned how grateful you are for Disney Plus. Me too. I am loving it. I don't spend much time watching stuff because I spend a lot of time busy with real things, but when they announced that Hamilton is coming on July 3rd, I lost it. I'm very, 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 very excited to be able to watch that over and over and over again. Also, the puzzle thing. So we've actually just last night finished our last puzzle, so to speak. We do have more puzzles, but they're no fun. My brother is a puzzler and he likes the really impossible puzzles, but we don't. We like the fun, colourful ones. So my mum is looking at buying a new one. She was looking at another Ravensburger one, not a Disney one, but just a bookshelf one, I think. And I might mention the Disney one and see how she feels about it. That's my little update on everything you guys have spoken about, and I don't really have much more to say. Well, that's not true. I have quite a bit more to say, but I do a lot of speaking on my main channel at the moment because I'm doing sort of recap videos every day. Shameless plug. And I feel like if I talk about it all on this channel and then again on my main channel, it's just a bit much. Also, it's not really the end of the day yet. We're like halfway through the day, so I don't feel ready for my recap video yet. Ah, the joys. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!